Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you're here from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word was flood. And the way it came through is in a destructive form. When we see a flood, vegetation, flowers, crops are destroyed, giving us a clean area to rebuild or grow, I should say. Also, other destructions, things get destroyed. We had when that word was loading, what came to my mind was, how did it go? What a waste of time. So it may have been something we were putting effort into, and we kind of, something came in and destroyed it, or it wasn't taking off in a way that was benefiting us, but we lost that punch, that passion, the drive towards it. And if we really don't have that through thick times, it's difficult to keep going. If that flood came through, are we going to rebuild or are we going to give up? The supporting angel number card, we got one. And then when I picked the deck up, another one fell out. The first one was turn the page. And that goes into move on to the next thing, completion, finish line, ending, full circle, starting over. Then we have the infinite self, which goes into merge with spirit, external being, connect with ancestors, unlimited potential. Now, when we looked at turn the page, full circle, starting over, uh, maybe we were doing something, maybe we still have that passion or that excitement about it, but it just needs rebuilt. Maybe it was built on a false foundation, or maybe it was something was out of line, and we still have that interest in it or that drive. But if it is at the fact, like I said in the beginning, that it we don't have that punch anymore, we don't have that excitement, that drive towards it, well, it is gone. And move on to the next thing is very clear. What is the next thing? Whether this is uh, something inside, like a hobby or a passion that we were trying to do and it just wasn't fulfilling us, or it wasn't fulfilling us in a way that we thought it was going to. Same thing in uh, a relationship, whether platonic, romantic, or work related, family, living situation, projects in general. Uh, it does carry a bittersweet tone because I think we did want it to flourish. But what I always come up with, and it just came up now, was, what was the emotion behind it? What was the outcome? Was it, uh, what were we seeking to get out of it emotionally versus just the tangible aspect? First card was Nine of Wands, Fortitude. Uh, this kind of pulled right on, like trying again or rebuilding after this flood, whatever it may have been. I don't. It didn't really feel like a physical destruction. It felt more like maybe in our mind, our emotions. Uh, where did this depleting factor come in that took away the punch? If we still wanted to drive forward with it, what was getting in the way that took away that passion or that excitement for it, and having the strength to rebuild? A high priestess, intuition, uh, the knowing, the need to know, the the drive to succeed by this notion, this just overwhelming feeling of knowing, but knowing what's right for us. Like if we fail and we keep getting back up to try to do the same thing or something along those lines, there's something in there. But to constantly fail or to be let down, you would need extreme strength to keep going. Obviously, this is a very general message and it's dependent on anyone's situation, but it's inside. Like, for example, let's say uh, we're really striving for a good job, but everywhere we go, the employers aren't very good employers, but we keep trying, we keep trying to get to wherever we want to. Relationship, we keep meeting duds, but we still truly believe in love and we're seeking that. Starting a business, but it's just not taking off, but we keep trying. That bit of that flood, like I said, I don't know if it doesn't feel external. It feels more internal. Like our emotions are proving us a failure, but we keep going. Got 2 cards here. Got the Eight of Swords, self-defeat, self-imposed prison, which would be our thoughts, our emotions. Going back to what I was just kind of talking about. Then we have the Magician reverse, trickery, which plays a game and toll on us in our mind. Yes, we can say the external creates situations and experiences, and people say things, and that can come in and alter our mind. Naturally, we take offense and we take ownership of things that take place out there. But we are so very capable of making anything in our mind true or false, depending on if we're driving with our emotions. And sometimes what we're holding in here deeply manifests in the external and proves this and leads with this trickery. And then we are in this self-imposed prison due to our thoughts or our emotions, our feelings of the situation. Three of Swords, obviously it hurts. It hurts inside, whatever it is, in a way that, why? It's very simple of a why. Why can't I succeed? Or what is it that, even if we're chasing like that deep-seated emotion, maybe like in the work experience or romantically, or even business. Say we jumped from I'll try this business to that business to that business and nothing's sticking, and I want this so bad. Like I want the good job, the stableness and the security, maybe the title, the relationship. I want that deep everlasting love. I want a great relationship. The business, I want to be self-independent. I want to be successful. I want to have won. And if we really look at those deep-seated aspects of that's really in here, that is in essence that driving force that we keep trying, uh, whatever that is in here, which it's a great feeling to feel. I'm not taking it away and I'm not shunning away from it, but uh, is it, are we leading in the wrong motives to get that? It doesn't feel that way. It just feels like a shitty hand. So then it comes to what are we missing? But it does hurt. Are we not being true to ourselves and going what truly leads us? But with love and work, I think it's internal. Same thing with a business, but it comes off as uh, the external's to blame. Two of Swords reversed. Truth seeker. Being able to see what it is. Sometimes we have two truths and they contradict, but they're both true. And that is possible. We can have two truths. We have to kind of remove our emotions at that point to see both of them and to choose what is worth what. Could be hanging on to like a wound of lack or stability, confidence, limelight. The Wheel of Fortune reverse, temporary delay. Whatever it is something that we experience these floods. I never thought of it, flood of emotions. That just came to me. That's where I kind of started with. I don't think it's anything in the external. I think it's internal, but it reflects inside like it's the external. And I was driving yesterday, and I thought to myself, why the hell am I like showing people or trying to get them to understand like this whole mirror aspect and projections, and it's like, who the fuck wants to know that, and who wants to live a life like that? Because it's like you know too much, and it's not a very enjoyable experience because no one else, I shouldn't say no one, but the majority of them don't see that and experience that, and that makes for a difficult life. And here I am again talking about the mirror. I don't know how to simplify it because then you just experience too much, and it's like this isn't really all that great. But yeah, the delay is from inside of what we're holding on to. There's something we're holding on to yet, and it's like every message. It's always something, and it's annoying to hear, and let alone being the messenger for it. But whatever it is, it's up against the thing that we want the most, or that we desire the most, and we keep trying to find it, and it's almost like this quest. And then you think, what would life be like if you finally got there? Well, when we don't have it, it'd be magical. And then when we think if we did get there, what, it's just over? Well, naturally we can enjoy it then. That would be lovely. But then it gets into the whole aspect of the journey, and what is it that we're still trying to heal. Uh, it's obviously very personal, and it's probably seated in there very deeply that we don't quite get to see. I got a bit depressed talking about what I was talking about there recently. The Emperor reversed, chaos. Uh, I think it's our image. It's how we perceive ourselves or want to be perceived to friends, family, society. And that is something we all carry pretty dear because it's how we reflect. It's what people think of us. And we are a common species that enjoy acceptance and understanding. And I think that's a pretty natural trait that everybody just wants to be understood and received well. And when we're not, where we're presenting ourselves in a way to be received well or accepted, we're not really being authentic or true to ourselves. Uh, that can go into work, being everything that they want, the best employee, the best daughter or son, the best friend, the best romantic partner. But at that point, we are just giving and presenting versus being and truly being seen. I say often, like, if we present ourselves to the world to chase or receive that attention, we might be doing it subconsciously, may not be on purpose, but by doing so, when that comes back and we receive that praise or that love or acceptance, it doesn't feel right. I mean, it feels something, but it's kind of like that dopamine hit. It doesn't last. It's not true because we're not true. We're not in that space of holding that. Maybe we ourselves don't feel like we're acceptable for it. But when we're not just in that true space, like I said, anything that comes in doesn't fulfill, doesn't feel true because it's not us. And until we really reflect on that, but letting that go is a tough space because, like I said, all of our life, we may have been in that space, and what happens if we change? Maybe we don't know how. And it's not so much a change that it's that we're wrong. It is just being there with us and being okay with that and presenting that, uh, not flamboyantly, but just being you. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.